You are made by God of dust, and the serpent was commanded by God to eat the dust. The book of Adam and Eve continues. The serpent was abhorred by all beasts who fled from it, and a wind blew down from heaven by the command of God and carried away the serpent from Adam and Eve onto the seashore where it landed in India. If man is made of dust and is destined no matter what because God commanded it for the serpent to eat the dust, meaning man, and God threw the serpent to India, then the destiny of man is not only the mouth of the serpent, but the knowledge of India. And in India, according to the Hindu Mahabharata, lived the ancient serpent people called the Nagas, and these Nagas are described as being capable of shape-shifting, transforming themselves, working apparitions, and even magic, and helpers of mankind who love them in return. This beloved and revered holy Naga, however, is shamed and demonized as the Satan serpent, who in the Bible is described himself as having the power to produce apparitions and illusions so believable that they cannot be distinguished from reality, one and the same. So, is this a test of God? Are we meant to see the serpent as the conquering of our greatest fears, represented by Satan, so we can then fulfill our destinies as men and women, made of dust, inevitably destined for the mouth of the serpent anyway? Because God commanded our fates be left to the serpents? In other words, are we meant to embrace the serpent Satan and quit seeing him as foe and instead as the only means by which we shall be saved again? Because one thing is known of God: He tests your will, fears, and intellect. So, is the serpent friend or foe? Well, Satan or the serpent Nagas of India and Hindu mythology also occur in obviously the Bible, but also across all the primordial priestly sources, where we learn of them with so much detail, we can logically conclude the following. These serpent Nagas beyond the shadow of a doubt inhabited the world, this world of earth, before Adam and Eve, because we even hear for the first time from Adam and Eve's own lips the Lord's Prayer in the book of Adam and Eve, in chapter 23, verse 9. Our Father who art in heaven, be gracious unto us. Our Lord, our God, hallowed be your name, and let the remembrance of you be glorified in heaven above and upon earth here below. Let your kingdom reign over us now and forever. The holy man of old said, Remit and forgive unto all men whatsoever they have done unto me. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil thing. For you is the kingdom, and you shall reign in glory forever and forevermore. Amen. This is striking in many ways, but draw your attention to what was said of the holy men of old. How could Adam and Eve pay homage or have any notion whatsoever of holy men of old if they are supposedly the first? Sacerdotal, rabbinical, Semitic, Greco-Egyptian, Hindu, and even Mayan Druidic codexes, and the Sumerians and Babylonians, and the Bible all testify to there being not just one serpent, no, but a society, a whole civilization, a world of serpents. Part 5. The fallout between the native earthly serpents versus the reptilian Anunnaki clans, according to the primordial priestly sources of the Masonic libraries, including the books of Adam and Eve and the Holy Bible. The holy men of old referred to by Adam and Eve, are the serpents, the once upon a time fairest and most beautiful of them all. The book of Adam and Eve says they were glorified and beautiful. Even Lucifer, who is described as a Satan devil in the Bible, is once glorified and beautiful, a divine angel even. And practically every other culture, from the Hindus to Chinese to Egyptians to Greeks to Mayans to Celts and pre-Celtic Druids, outright worshipped these serpents and considered them as the holy men of old. These holy men of old are themselves, according to the primordial priestly sources, the true native Terrans and call themselves such, but we know them as raptors. The velociraptors, whose descriptions in both myth and the fossil records match what we know about them. They had tails, arms, legs, ferocious teeth, mouth, frightful faces, and spoke, but in a language strong in consonants and light on the vowels. Their fossils indicate a brain-to-body ratio greater than ours, sophisticated vocal cords, and with such computational powers as the human brain alone is blessed with, capable of storing unlimited terabytes of information. Well, by sheer math of volume ratios of brain to body, the velociraptor has us beat. They were more cerebral, more powerful in computational brain power, and with an intellectual ability we could never imagine, even in our wildest dreams. The primordial priestly sources in the Masonic libraries say they could see into the vast field of electromagnetic bubbles around every life form, and through their ability to see these fields, coupled with their amazing computational brain power, they could manipulate the fields, perform telekinesis, telepathy, and even fool you into thinking they look like a human. That is their secret. They do not physically, anatomically shapeshift or change their physical body. They merely manipulate the electromagnetic force field energy bubble around you by directly playing with the coating upon your bubble's outer membrane. They can code for your outer membrane to interpret them to look and appear however they want for you, and for all you know, you could be experiencing that all about you right now, being fooled into a reality that is not real, beyond your electromagnetic field of energy. But you can't tell because you can't see your bubble. That is, unless you realize the very transgression you are suffering as a child of Adam is also what shall again save you, meaning the knowledge of the raptors, the knowledge of the Indian Naga serpents. And what do they teach? Well, Christmas for one, for it was they, the raptor civilization, which witnessed Kronos supernova go into a light show of spectacular destruction, going into a madness they called Kronia, and celebrated it with a festival of lights for surviving it. The raptors teach us they evolved alongside the dinosaurs, and consciousness on Earth, by universal law, takes two paths: survival and intellectual. The raptors evolved along the intellectual path, while the rest of the dinosaurs the survival. We see the same law of conscious evolution playing out right now with us human animals and the rest of the animal kingdom. And these raptors also form the basis of much of our language today, as their language was and is to this day consonant heavy. Think Kronos, Nakashastras, Chakra, Shushumna, Sahasrara. These words in the Sanskrit language are based on the ones spoken by the serpent raptor Nagas and characterized by the strong hissing sounds formed by their consonant-heavy language, causing it to slither in harsh tones off the tongue. Our culture of Christmas comes from them, and we owe the basis of our sacred geometry to them. They are the holy men of old. They and our records, both public and in the Masonic primordial priestly sources, tell us an invasion took place, a people who battled against the native Terrans. Spectacular battles were waged, and the Raptors did all they could to protect Terra, their name for Earth, and at the end, lost. In the next episode, we will uncover the creator race of mankind, how we are caught in the middle of these two warring factions, how they weaponize aspects of the self, like skin color, nationality, religion, money, sexuality, literally every aspect of each of our lives, to divide, conquer, and enslave us. However, no matter who runs the world, who is doing what or how, never relinquish your power of your mind. The sacred knowledge of the chakras is how, as awakening your kundalini from the tip of your spine, heals and aligns your mind, body, and whole spirit, starting with your negative polarity, ruled by the moon, or the Hindu Krishna, or Greek Christos, the blood of God, or Cetus. When you turn on each of your chakras through a focused activation meditation, you are actively, not just imagining, but actually physically pushing this Christos Cetus up your spine. And your spine is a battery waiting to get charged up, and the second this Christos Cetus bottlenecks upon your 33rd bone of your spine called the Atlas, it engorges there until it erupts into the brain, via the medulla oblongata, and into the pineal gland, thereby activating your positive polarity, ruled by Zeus Jupiter. While the lunar Christos Cetus is negative, feminine, and magnetic in polarity, the Zeus Jupiter is positive, masculine, and electric. Combined, they make up your own left and right side of the body. As legend has it, the lunar Christos Cetus was a whale monster of Poseidon. Cetus's body fell in the ancient spiritual kingdom of Shambhala in modern-day Tibet, China, and Amrita oozes from Cetus, from Shambhala, and throughout Tibet. This Amrita oozes from Cetus throughout Shambhala. Wearing a mala with this Cetus Amrita, while closing your eyes in deep meditation as each bead passes your fingers, transfers the fearless, willful power of Cetus onto you. These Amrita beads purify the entire Kundalini chakra ladder, allowing your true willpower in the base of your spine to get activated and begin ascending upwards. Your human body is a dipole magnet, and the southern negative moon pole is at the base of the spine. The positive northern Jupiter pole is in the head region. The Kundalini journey is about unifying these two poles through the spine, because once you do so, you turn on your own inner battery. And when the ancient Greco-Egyptian priesthood of the Koinobi, who initiated Jehoshua ben Azariah and myself, achieved the full activation of their dipolarity, they would celebrate Jesus Christos, or Jesus Christ. The magnetic left side of the body is made of 6 joints, which the Mayans attributed to one of the feminine zodiac signs, the basis of modern-day astrology. Conversely, the right side is made of the masculine signs, and each joint along the body is a physical manifestation of one of the chakras. For example, the feet are a manifestation of the Muladhara chakra, but each one means something different because the right foot deals with the father, issues of paternity, and spiritual struggles, while the left foot deals with the mother, issues of maternity and materialistic struggles. The left foot is ruled by the sign of feminine Pisces, while the right, the masculine Aquarius. This is a sacred knowledge that is also called the ancient magic science of combining the heavens above with the anatomy of your body. If you desire to heal your Muladhara, I would encourage you to get the Celestial Garnet Roots Mala from the Occult Secrets Revealed shop. Made by hand, by me, yours truly, and constructed with 108 high-quality garnet beads, which will help purify your Muladhara chakra ruled by Saturn, of the earth element, and of the sound frequency, Lam. One way to invoke great healing is by caroling, fa la 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 la, la la la, Lam. 108 is an incredibly important lunar number, and activating your Kundalini Christos Cetus with 108 beats with this mala will purify and elevate your own internal vibration. This is one practical way to put this knowledge into practice instead of just imagining it, just as much as the chakra activations. If you haven't already done so, join the membership here on YouTube, and for just $4.99 a month, get access to the chakra meditations. There is still one more chakra meditation left in the series, the 7th Sahasrara chakra, ruled by Uranus, which will go live on the January 11th new moon in fiery Sagittarius, a date you will want to circle and for sure have your membership ready. Just go to the homepage and join. If you desire to learn every single secret there is to know about your joints, which had planets in them, which of your chakras are already activated, and the kind of practical things you can do with it, book your natal Crystal Serpent Astronomy Report now. This report will give us insight into your personality and traditional knowledge gleaned from astrology, along with my own knowledge of metaphysical and supernatural abilities you can master. Because if you think you are a Capricorn and you are currently celebrating your birthday, think again. You are a Sagittarius. Yes, not an aggressive corporate CEO Capricorn, but an out-of-the-box philosophical humanitarian Sagittarian. This also means the sun was bearing heavily on your masculine right knee, indicating you have strong, powerful legs, but that your love for your father is totally based on whether you feel he prepared you well enough to stand independently alone in the real world. Go outside and look up at the skies. Be sure you have an Occult Secrets Revealed sweater on from the shop to stay warm, and have me there giving you a hug as I comfort you while your brain is blown as you examine the stars for the truth on your own for the first time. And use the Star Walk app for iPhone for extra help, though we have no affiliation. But yes, you are an undeniable Sagittarius if you are celebrating your birthday right now, and I bet you are even open-minded enough, like a Sagittarius, to make the powerful step to change your mind. To change your mind from the lies that have been forced on you to the truth that is now before you. If you need help lighting your way, then get a candle from the shop. I use my own candle for activating my third eye pineal gland, because if you are a member of the channel, then you understand that you need to stare into a candle flame for a few minutes to activate the inversed blue flame of the pineal gland. I walk you through this process with the 6th third eye Ajna meditation activation. Go there now. I truly hope that I get to hear from you, that we connect in some way. if you are already an initiate of mine, meaning you received your natal crystal serpent astronomy report already and would like a one-on-one phone call, please let me know so that we can book it together. The Ocer Society is also coming soon, a society which focuses on mastering the mystical union, the unio mystica, of unifying your subjective reality, the so below, with the objective divine, the as above, by unifying you to your star twin avatar. This is exclusive only to those already initiated with their natal crystal serpent astronomy report, and provides further explanation about your main moon mentions out of the 27. The moon's mentions are your Kundalini's hero arc in this life. It tells us the kind of mythological struggles and godlike gifts you have. You also receive 7 crystal malas, 1 for each chakra for free: a garnet, a tiger's eye, a citrine, a green aventurine, a watermelon fluorite, a lapis lazuli, a purple amethyst. You get access to 7 Ocer Society exclusive chakra meditations, 7 Ocer Society exclusive chakra tutorials, and 3 additional videos to cover the only hand mudra you'll ever need, the most powerful method to pray the Our Father prayer, and how to master the practice of your star twin avatar. No matter how our paths cross, I look forward to meeting you. Thank you for your super thanks. YouTube never tells me who it is. I truly appreciate it with all of my heart. Any help you throw my way really goes a long way in keeping this one-man production going. A super huge thank you to all of you. And until next time, trust and believe that it is okay to be you, the most beautiful you there ever was, there is, and that there ever will be. Because you are not a story that can be told twice, and there will never again be a stage for you to perform, but this one, right here, right now. So be you, the most beautiful you.